Warning, 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 warning. This is a emergency broadcast. Code red, hood, code red, here we are. Pick up your iPads, your cell phones, and have me and listen to Uncle the Podcast. Watch out. If you're sitting down for this, or if you're standing up, you better get ready for this, because it's gonna hit the eardrums. Uncle the Podcast.
You are listening to Uncle the Podcast. My name is Aaron. I'm the nephew-in-law. Here with me is the star of the show, Uncle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 169th episode.
We're here. We're not live.
We're not live, though, because, here's again, he's not going to be able to do it because he's working on Friday.
Correct.
I'm trying to say that for knowing what the people are going to be listening to know you're not going to be here, to tell them that.
It's good to update.
You got to do that.
Got to update the people.
So that's why I'm doing that.
We'll be back soon, so keep listening to Ocelli.com Friday nights at 11 p.m. We will be debuting the episodes there, and the chat room will be rolling, and it'll be an altogether good time. And we'll be back live again soon enough, right?
Right, whenever his time changes. Whatever his time is on that job of his.
Yeah, I'll return, don't worry. And we'll return, we'll be live. But this episode is coming on the heels of I did my hour with Joseph L. Flatley. I interviewed him. Oh. And do you remember that we had him on the show?
We had him on before, didn't we?
Yes, we've had him
So we had on my show before, right?
Yeah, he's been on your show.
So that's okay if we had him on my show, because I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
Was he on our show, my show before?
He has been.
So that's okay if I didn't have to talk to him.
Yeah, the reason we were going to have him, too, because I finished the interview this morning. Today is Wednesday. I interviewed Joseph in the morning, and then I was going to come out and get you, and we were going to do at least a short bit.
But I went with Nana for some.
Yeah,
I had a few things to do, so.
Yeah, I went and I looked, and you're out of house. So
yeah, I was out. I couldn't get in here because you were probably talking to him, and I didn't want to interfere.
Hey, these things happen.
So.
I mean, that's the way of things around here. You don't never know where anybody will be at any given time. You don't know where you're going to be at any given time. It's crazy around here. There's screaming downstairs.
Downstairs right now. I don't know what the heck is going on.
Oh, an animal is doing something again. An animal is eating something, or it's going the wrong place where it's not supposed to, or something.
I think what we need to do out there with that lock, I think we need a little lock to close
the pet door or whatever it is.
Or something, because she knocks it over and gets out.
Yep.
I mean, it's got to do something. That's all.
It's always something, all day, every day. So we're here now. We're recording now. It's good that we're doing that.
To have this recorded for Chuck, I'll let him do this for off of him, because of he or she, you're not going to be here.
Yeah. But when it comes to Joseph L. Flatley, his new podcast series, the so-called Prophet from Pittsburgh, I did, in preparation for the show this morning, I opened up your Apple Podcast app, and I found the so-called Prophet from Pittsburgh. I started playing the first episode for you.
Yeah. He's a Christian guy, I've heard.
Who's a Christian?
This guy.
The leader of the group?
Leader of the group.
Gabriel character?
Yeah. Character as a character. I can tell, because when he was talking religion,
yeah,
he was actually talking that way. Yeah. I know, because when I hear these kind of talkers, when they get on the show,
yeah,
and I start listening to religion, right away I can pick it up.
Yeah, it sounds familiar to you.
To me. But not about you, I don't know. But to me, it's very familiar to me.
I haven't been to church as much as you. No. So it's not as familiar.
That's another point. But yeah, that's what I'll say.
Lucky me.
but if you listen to some of these people and you get some of these people to listen to, it's a good thing to you to listen to it.
You're talking about Joseph's podcast?
Yeah.
So I should listen to it.
But listen to it.
What's the reason of listening to it? What am I going to get out of it?
You might get something out of it.
spiritual teaching.
Something like that, yeah. Not that.
Interesting.
Not that you would know, but
That's
you
fine.
know.
I'm open to this.
You can listen to it. I mean,
I have listened to it.
You popped that on online, and I started listening, and I can understand. He talked about
what was he talking about? In
marriages,
the first episode?
I think.
Okay.
And how this and how he moves his kid around.
Gabriel, the leader.
Gabriel,
the
little
leader of the
guy.
group.
He was back and forth, something like talking like that. This is a very interesting stories. I don't.
It's a good. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff going on outside. Don't worry about it, Uncle. This is just.
But it's something.
So it's a good show.
Try to listen to. I mean, if
I've listened to every single episode.
You have.
So I'm on it.
Are you?
There's 7 episodes. I've listened to all of them. I love it.
I listened to some. I'm in actually the middle of one. I mean, the middle of one.
Middle of the first episode. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Or second.
Oh, you actually made it all the way through the first and onto the second?
I think.
Really? Okay.
I think I did.
You got to the end where the music plays and he says, "Thanks for listening." This,
and
that,
then
the
I
other.
went to another one.
Oh, okay.
So I think I'm on 2. I mean, might be my second one.
Sounds like it.
I mean, the way it's been, we're moving on.
You are moving right along.
I just kept it up because I don't want to. I'll listen, but I don't want to. Well, you know.
That's good. I didn't realize you got that far in. That's good.
I got into some of this.
Okay. Yeah, it's unfortunate we couldn't have done the thing with Joseph and both of us, but it just didn't work out. Well, I'm back on the show again.
Yeah,
he'll be back.
He was on mine. I can understand.
He does a special segment with Chuck on Chuck's show. I think he hasn't done it for a while, but he's going to be back again. I think they do it every other week, where he does this special segment called Bad Ideas Department. It's really good. It's a good segment.
I didn't hear that one, but the single equipment. I mean, thing about him and his child is really got to. It's like.
Was it touching?
More or less, yeah. It's like a divorce thing.
Divorce.
In a way.
It was similar to that.
Similar to that kind of talk. I mean, the way I was listening to it.
So there was like legal sort of stuff.
Legal things, yeah. Yes. Very much a lot of legal things.
Yeah.
In this one.
There is quite a bit of that. It's a strange situation, that group there, the GCCA, which the leader Gabriel heads. It's a strange little enclave. Yeah. Not that little. It's like 100 people, and they got quite a bit of space out there in Arizona where they live. Oh. So I don't know. It's a strange living arrangement they have out there.
Wow. Yeah.
Uncle, we've been doing a lot of stuff at home.
Yeah, we've been doing. We've got into a competition about a seat of a bicycle park.
And
you've still been on that bike.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, friend, it's going to be a while.
Yeah.
I would say quite a while, because you've been having this problem with the pipe.
It's a problem, all right.
Trying to figure out how do you get the pipe out of this seat.
So the story here,
you got that seat problem.
Is, what was it? Was it last week or was it 2 weeks ago now that we went out to Corona?
Yeah, went out to Corona. He wanted to go for another bike. We actually got one bike, and then we got a couple. Since we were out there, we went for another one.
Couple bikes that were posted on Craigslist.
Yeah, on Craigslist, and both read them. And
both of them are Univega mountain bikes.
Mountain bikes, and for your friend, he wanted a bike.
Yeah, he needs a bike.
I understand that wants a bike, but this one is going to be a little while to fix.
Yeah.
I wish there was a way to get into a bike shop. I know you can do it, but the bike shop would show you how to get this pipe out. I mean, it's the how part is what I don't understand.
So the problem we're having, so again, we got 2 bikes, not just one, but 2 Univega bikes. So that's good in a way. It's kind of crazy. I wasn't expecting to get 2, but we did. Yeah. That's a whole story in and of itself. But we have 2
price for the last one, though.
And one of the bikes, the first bike we got is ready to ride. It's
ready
good.
to go. That's ready to go. Only a few things you need.
It's a nice bike, ready to go.
I don't know if you had some stuff that because Nana got the mail. I don't know if she got the stuff for the bike.
Well, I had to order
there's some more
the
stuff
second bike that we looked at. I had already bought the first one.
That was the problem bike.
It's a problem, yeah. But when I bought it, I looked at him and I gave it the once over. I can tell things are wrong with it because I know how to repair bikes and all this.
I know you know.
So I was looking at him I don't know, man. His asking price wasn't high, but it was too high for it. I'm like, look, I'll give you $20 for this thing, and that's it. Then I ended up paying $25. We did the haggling thing. I was like, all right, fine, $25, I'll take it. It's a decent bike, but it needs a lot of work.
For $25, it was worth it. I mean, even though it wasn't worth it for $30, but it was worth it for $25. So what you have to put into it is what you had to think about.
There's a lot of work that.
So it had to have at least $25.
Yeah,
I mean that was an even spot.
I mean, I ended up ordering a few parts for it, and they've been coming in. But the biggest problem that has set us back with it was it had a stuck seat post.
How do you get those actually out? Is what I'm trying to figure out. I haven't seen the boy yet. Trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Crazy boy, I'm still trying to find the bike boy. He hasn't been around yet.
No, yes.
Because he's aggravating. He's probably aggravated with it and probably don't want to show himself.
There's a special character we do on social media that does bike repairs. He hasn't made an appearance yet. I've just been trying to wrap my head around how to get this seat post out, Uncle. Because I've worked on bikes a bit. Never I've had this much trouble with the seat post. They can be trouble, but I've never had this much trouble.
This guy that sold it to you, I don't think knew what he was doing.
He was
First
frustrated.
of all, frustrated him on, and putting the seat in, got it in so deep that you can't even get it out. I mean, I can understand where you can have trouble in trying to get it out.
The issue with these seat posts is that the frame of the bike is steel, and then the seat post is made out of aluminum. Over time, the aluminum will oxidize and it actually expands. While it expands more than the steel does, so it expands and wedges itself within the inside of the steel frame of the bike.
Can it actually come out? Or actually how?
It can, yeah.
How do you actually can get it out is what I'm saying with it being in there so long.
That's what we're trying to figure out. I watched multiple YouTube videos on how to do it.
There's got to be more. You got to listen to more. On your thing and listen for some more. How to release the porn and trying to figure out how to get it out. I mean, that's our problem and what I was looking at.
It's hard. I mean, first of all, I just was spraying liquid wrench penetrant around the edges, hoping it would seep down in. I came in from the top through this hole in the frame where the this little braze-on piece of hardware, took it off and sprayed in from the other way, turned it upside down. And then I tried to twist it. It wasn't moving with the seat on the seat post. It was going nowhere. So I found, and then there was this other video that said pour hot water in it. I was pouring hot water over and over. It got nowhere. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go with this more extreme idea that I saw in this other YouTube video, which is to chop off the top of the seat post with a reciprocating saw.
Oh, that's
a sawzall.
You're going like this, inside the machine, inside the tube.
That's what I'm doing now. So you do that, and then you go inside where you cut off. You go inside the seat post, and you chop it. You make cuts in it, multiple cuts so that you loosen it, and you pull it out that way.
I wonder if you cut it more enough, will it break from the post?
Well, that's what you got to be careful of. When you cut through the seat post, you don't want to cut through the frame of the bike. So it's kind of like a touchy thing, Now, they suggested you use a wood blade, a blade made to cut wood on a reciprocating saw. So I am. Oh. But still, it can cut through those things can cut through anything. So you got to be careful to cut through just the seat post and then stop so you don't cut through the entire frame. So it's tricky. I've made my cuts, and the guy in the video was able to get it to succeed, but I haven't yet. I'm sitting there trying to pull at it with these vice grips and these channel locks and stuff. And
gotta find tiptoe, the maple toe thing, it has to be having. We got to find that because I think that long tiptoe would grip it more and have more pressure to pull it out. Those little things.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're around. I know they're around. I saw them, but I don't know where.
I'm at the point where I've like twisted off kind of like the tips of the seat post where I'm losing things to actually hold on to with the vice grip. So I'm starting to like have nothing to tug at. So once I get to the point where I can't reach anything, I'm going to have to like try some other thing. Maybe like stick some sort of bar that has like a barbed end on it and try to pull it from the inside. But I don't know. I'm starting to worry that I'm not going to get this. This is tough.
Would I ask a question? Would it be eligible to ask a bike person in a bike shop?
Yeah.
Just to give some idea. I know you're looking at videos and stuff. But
yeah.
Would it be on to just ask, how would you be able to get it out?
Maybe.
That might be what you might have to do.
Yeah, maybe I'll
just
ask.
Before you go into it, and you might tear it up.
Yeah, well, I've been tearing it up.
Well, I know
it's an extreme measure. Like
this is more project than it's worth.
Again, the bike was $25, so if I end up like cutting through the frame and it's over, I won't feel that bad. I mean, so what? I can live. I can pull the usable parts off of it and throw away the rest of it. And then I still have that other bike we got on Craigslist that might work for my buddy. It's a little large of a frame. I think too large for him, but I still might give it to him anyway.
Yeah, you might have to. If you can't get this fixed.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is harder than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
It's a bummer because everything else I would have been able to fix for sure, but this one thing is tough. This brings up an interesting thing. BikemanforU he had a bike shop in Long Island, and he also hosted this YouTube channel where he did all these instructional bicycle repair videos that were very good. I learned a lot of bike repair stuff from these videos, and his video, they were so good. He was like really entertaining, charismatic guy. But the thing is, like, they shut down their shop. It's not there anymore. It was like a family shop, and I think the son ended up doing something else. So they're just like, they closed it up, and now he's not online anymore. And I wish that he was, because he'd be a great guest to have on the show, but he's just not there anymore. It's kind of a bummer. I would love to have BikemanforU on here. Maybe you want to search him out anyway and have him on here just because, even though he's not doing the thing, the YouTube or the bike shop thing anymore.
If you can find him, he might ask some question about this bike with this seat.
Yeah, we could ask him questions and get some answers.
We got to get some kind of questions out of this, because what I'm looking at and what I'm seeing, you're having difficult.
It's
I'm not having to fix a bike, No, you can do fix a bike, It's the honor of the metal you're having problems with.
It's tough. It's tough.
I never seen it like that before.
I've had trouble with seat posts, but I've been able to get them out before. It never has it been this bad.
No, this is the worst one I ever seen you try to fix.
It's like welded.
It's not like a 1, 2, 3 job. This is more of a work.
And
project.
The thing is, the seat post was like pressed all the way down in too, which made it harder to do. Like, it was all the way down in there, and I don't know. It's just is a tough project. I might yet get it though. I'm not worried again, and we'll see. We'll do our best, and it might come out, and we'll just see. We'll see. The project continues.
That's going to take a little while longer than you expect to be.
That's all right.
All right.
You know what?
So now what do we got?
Well, in terms of bikes, it's got me thinking about, I'm thinking about building some sort of bike that'd be fun to ride out in the desert, Uncle.
Well, yeah, you were talking about this red one.
Yeah.
Well, you do need a mountain bike. We came down to the conclusion you need a mountain bike.
Yeah.
Mine.
Yeah, yours is an old mountain bike, similar to the ones we got. Yeah, it's the same style.
Well, I'm going to have it out there anyway, because I figured if I'm going to use it, I want to use it out there anyway. So when you get the organization of the house, and then put the thing up there to put the bikes in.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we went to Costco
today.
There was a nice size one.
What, bicycle?
No, No, a
Storage shed?
storage thing.
If we get a storage
What?
thing out in the desert, I'm thinking we'll get a
nice big one it was.
no, what do they call them? One of those freight containers that they put on the ships that they go to and from China, and then they put them on train cars. They put them on the back of big rigs. Those big metal freight containers. That we'll get one of them because he can get
a smaller size.
Yeah, they actually do have different sizes of them. They have smaller and they have really large ones.
Only gonna use for like 2 bikes. Well, wait a minute.
I don't
3
know.
bikes no 2 bikes because if you sell one.
It's just an idea. It'd be cool to have it as storage out there. So we might get one of them, put some bikes in it, and whatever else we might end up getting. Who knows? So you can get those things for cheap, and they kind of look cool too. People actually, you know what?
Put on the side of the house.
You know how people make houses out of those things, right, Uncle?
Yeah. Oh, moving thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw a few
The
up there
shipping
anyway.
container, yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Have you seen the houses?
But they have wheels.
Wheels.
And then you have the things on the top like a mountain, like a egg form.
Well, they move them.
And
They move them
banana.
around with really large forklifts at the docks, like at Long Beach, at the Port of Long Beach.
Actually, they have them on boats.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen. Yeah. I know what you mean.
They take them off of the boat with a big crane,
Right.
and then it comes down. They stack them up, and then they can move them around with these really big forklifts.
Fact of, I worked at a boat dock, and
You
I
did?
think I know what you're talking about.
The
Those-
giant forklift.
Yeah,
They're
they
huge.
they moved them and they move them around.
Mm-hmm.
They take them out of the pool, out of the water, into these things
Yeah, with the crane.
at the crane, and they sit them in there, and
They stack 'em up.
stack them up,
Uh-huh.
and they do some peeling,
They peel.
peel the stuff off the shell rock,
Okay.
and they take.
Oh, you're talking about barnacles?
barnacles. Yeah,
They peel. They take barnacles off of them.
taking barnacles off of them.
Are we talking about ships? Or are we talking about
No.
the actual shipping? You're talking about actual boats, right?
Well, boats that
Yes, okay,
but
yes.
size of boat, bigger ones they can't do. But I mean, if they had smaller ones,
Yeah.
they can fit them in these things.
yeah, because boats will get a lot of barnacles on them, and then they gotta
they
clean
gotta
them off.
constantly clean them.
Yeah, they get on there. It's
I
easy.
don't know what they do. Wow, it's terrible smell.
The gray whale gets barnacles on it.
Yeah,
I think it's a particular kind of barnacle too. I want to say that only grows on a gray whale. I don't know if I'm correct in that, but I think so.
but I also worked on something like that for like a program.
Oh, that was your job,
On a program.
cleaning barnacles off the bottom of a boat?
Yeah, on a program.
Jeez.
I forgot about that, but that was back in
Florida, right?
Florida
Yeah.
when I was there.
That's a
I'm just-
Florida job, all right.
Yeah. I mean, it was things like that. It was interesting.
Yeah.
I sort of had fun.
Yeah, so
Well, they also had the yachts and stuff, but
oh, yachts. Oh, you worked at a yacht club, maybe? You worked for a yacht club?
a yacht thing.
Oh, okay.
But they did open them up, and we start scraping these things.
Sure, taking the
Oh,
bar.
taking
What
barnacles.
tool? What kind of scraper tool did you use?
You know one of those regular big scrapers they have?
It's a big metal
Metal
scraper
scraper, and they
Okay.
just went to town.
That's it.
Man, them suckers were that big. A barnacle.
How they?
That big, trying to get them off.
They are big.
And they were trying to get them off. Talking about your seat problem. This was worse than that.
Worse than that.
I mean, trying to get them. Oh, my.
Did you use penetrant on it? Did you spray a liquid wrench on them to get them off, or what do you do? Do you have something to loosen them up?
They might have used some spray, but I forget what kind it was. That was back so.
What about when they came off? How do you dispose of them? Where'd they go? The trash?
And into the trash.
That's it? Just trash.
Trashed them.
That's all.
Boys, yeah.
Wasn't some special
I
disposal?
tell you, though, it stunk.
They were bad.
You want to smell something? Woo.
Yeah.
It was worse smell than
A dead
like-
fish?
yeah, like a
like dead
dead
fish.
like a dead fish smell.
Oh, nice.
I mean, they were stunk. But the next day, I had to get in the shower. And you come home,
yeah.
I hit the shower. Man, you wouldn't want to smell me.
Those things are alive.
They were alive.
And then they die.
Then they die.
And you peel them off.
The smell of it is in you.
Yeah.
You know how you smell. And it's into the body.
Wonderful.
That kind of stuff.
Okay.
It's like your worst job, the mailman.
Yeah, it was like that, huh?
Like that. Mail job you had.
They have hazard pay. Is there such a thing as stench pay?
Could be. I thought of it, but it might have.
You were receiving stench pay for putting up with that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So there you go. Shipping containers, boats, the port of Long Beach. So I'm familiar with all this from that.
Yeah.
Possibly getting a freight container as storage in the desert to store bikes and building a desert bike.
Yeah.
So yeah, mountain bikes, old mountain bikes are nice. I think that would, if you I would put like the widest tire possible, I think, on it, and like some knobby ones to get traction in loose sand and whatnot. But you know what a fat bike is, right, Uncle?
Oh yeah, they're like going on a beach.
They can go on a beach.
Boom, go flying like a motorcycle. They're more like a motorcycle shape, but not with an engine.
Yeah, well, they're not too fast as far as bicycles go.
That's what I mean. Not like an engine.
But the wheels and the tires are massive on them.
Hey, I mean, you ever seen that movie, for example, Baywatch?
I never saw the movie. No, I seen
the show.
Well, yeah, I've seen the
Baywatch,
show.
the
Oh, yeah,
Baywatch.
of course.
It's like those kind of boats, bikes.
The bikes they ride?
Bikes they ride.
Okay.
But maybe a little bigger. But
Yeah. It's like a mountain bike with really, really wide wheels, tires. The rims are huge. The tires are even wider.
I mean, they come out, even the policemen, they come out with those things
Sure.
bigger than them. No.
But
Maybe the size you're talking about.
Fat bikes are cool because they're made for like all terrain. You can ride over rocks. You can ride in sand. You can ride through snow. So I'm thinking maybe we can troll around Craigslist and look for some sort of look for a used fat bike, and I think that would be a pretty cool desert ride.
Well, in time, when we get organized up there or over there or wherever it is in the desert, then we can look at our things. That'd be the last option.
We're not.
They're not in no hurry.
It's just ideas for the future. Uncle.
We're thinking ahead.
But also, like, I feel like maybe a mountain bike such as the one you have and the ones that we got from Craigslist, if you modified it correctly, I feel it wouldn't take much. It'd just be basically, again, saying the right tires on it and things like that. I feel like they might perform well in the desert. I'd like to test that out too.
Well, once we get a decent bike we can use, bring it out there and let's test it. But you get.
Well, the one that we got, the red one, I'd like to try it. If we hang on to it, if we don't give that one away, I'd like to try that and see how that one fares.
Well,
out there.
I know, but like you said, we're still having a problem with the purple one.
Yeah, and we have your old bicycle, the Specialized Hard Rock.
Yeah, my Hard Rock one would probably fit good out there.
Fine bike, very good bike.
That I will never get rid of that seat.
No,
you wouldn't even ask me to get rid of it. No, I am not, because that is a decent seat.
The whole bike is good.
Oh yeah, the whole bike. I mean, the whole bike is good, but the seat, very, very comfortable.
Those old Specialized Hard Rocks they live up to the name. They're hard as a rock. They're reliable. They're just good, solid, all-around bike. Good bike. You can get them for super cheap on Craigslist still.
Right.
The old, the stiff fork, not the suspension fork. Just plain old mountain bike from the 1990s. It's a classic. Easy to work on. And just good. And we modified yours a bit. We gave it a nice saddle, a nice leather saddle. I put a dynamo hub on it with a special headlight, which a dynamo hub generates electricity and lights this headlight. So you got a real good headlight on it.
Even
nice
though
saddle.
If we wanted even to go riding at night, I would be able to use it because it has the light on it.
The light is a nice light, yeah. And then we got racks on the front and back so you can carry cargo around on it. So it's a good setup. It's a good bike. Again, I think I'd maybe if you put wide tires on it, I feel like it would be good in the desert. I just don't know. I haven't ridden like that before, but I kind of want to test this out.
Well, the red one you have, that would be an excellent one to try it on.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said. Except maybe, and just maybe, if you can get the purple one fixed and switch that bike seat over to it, and see, maybe you even get a nice bikey belt.
Well,
if it's comfortable for you.
We're still trying to save the purple bike and give that to my buddy.
That's what I mean.
And if so, we're definitely going to keep the red bike.
Whoa.
But if we can't, if I end up ruining the purple bike and having to toss it, then I might give the red bike to my buddy again if it's not too big for him. But even so, I might just give it to him anyway because it's what we have. I don't know.
I think he can work with the red one. Actually, either one. But
the purple would be ideal for the size of the frame.
The size of the frame would be good for him.
Yeah.
But like you said, the problem with this is the seat.
And these are Univegas. Again, the two that we got from Corona that one day on Craigslist. Both old Univega mountain bikes. Univega is another good brand of bike. And I had a Univega touring bike made in Japan for a while. And that was a good bike, but I don't have that one anymore. That was a good bike. I really liked that one.
I mean...
Although I have my suspicions that the frame might have been slightly bent, my old Univega. I don't know. I don't know that for sure. But it was, nonetheless, it was still good. I don't know. Bike talk, Uncle.
I know. I sort of like these bicycles.
I love them.
To look at them. I mean, even to look at them. I don't mind buying something, but...
It's fun to go out and do the Craigslist thing and buy them, right?
Buy them, but the point is just to see what they look like is what I like to know.
Yeah, because the picture never really does justice to the actual physical bicycle.
You have to go out and look.
Yeah.
It's a fact. We are going this weekend to the flea market.
Yeah,
and
I guess so.
I want to see, maybe, I have to look for a hat, of course, but I'm going to look and see what kind of bikes they got out there.
Do they have bikes at that? I don't even know.
Some
Maybe.
might, but you guys went on it one time.
I can't remember.
I mean, I don't know. Of course, they might have a few around, but that's like you say, you have to look.
They've got a lot of strange, like, used tools and things like that. They've got a bunch of, like, old tools for sale, I remember.
What we're going to do is, me and Nana are probably going to be out there, because what I hear is she needs a haircut. She's going to do the haircut, but we're going to...
Oh, I see. You're talking about my wife is going to find some way to not have to do the booth at the thing. Okay.
You know how she is.
Okay, got it.
But come back, give us lunch. I expect lunch if we are going to set it up.
I still don't know if we're even going to do that this weekend. I don't know. We'll see. Whatever. Something's going to happen.
You're going to be working.
No, actually, I'm off that day, surprisingly.
You are off?
Big surprise, yeah.
That?
On Saturday.
This coming?
I'm off on Saturday. I work on Sunday.
Oh, you're off. Oh, then you can give us a hand. I thought you were working.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know your schedule, for Pete's sakes.
I'll probably go. No, I don't even know my schedule. I can't keep up with this.
But I might need some help then.
Yeah,
I mean, to do that if we're doing that.
I gotta say, I'm not too enthused about it, but I'll do it. Of course, I'll be there if I'm around. I'll do it. So we'll see. Maybe we'll have some flea market stories on the next show.
Yeah, we'll do something.
We'll see. We've sold at the.
I need to do them because I gotta look for a hat. Oh, for my.
You want to buy a hat?
I can't.
You're talking about a straw hat.
Straw hat is all.
Oh yeah, they might have that there.
They might have them there because
I like.
We looked everywhere. I mean, everywhere to find a hat, a straw hat.
Those are good.
Went today at a boot buying hat
barn.
Boot barn.
You went to Boot Barn.
We went to Boot Barn and they had cowboy hat, but not the straight hat I'm looking for that comes down even.
Only certain places. You'll find them in certain places, but you won't find them everywhere. You gotta go to the right spot.
I know. I don't know where it would be.
I bought one from a weird little souvenir booth in Long Beach down at
the flea market area.
No, down. What's the area called? The gosh, I can't remember. It's like this little town center thing where they have restaurants and stuff, and it's by the boat docks down there, sort of across from the convention center and whatnot. But anyway, it's down there, this weird little like tourist booth. They had them for sale, and I bought one there.
You did?
Yeah, it was a decent price too. It wasn't like they were gouging or anything. I was like, oh, okay, I'll buy this. So I love that. It's great for the sun.
Oh yeah. I need that. I got everything else. I got my suntan lotion.
Suntan lotion.
I got my shoelace. I got other things I needed. Only other thing I need is a lunchbox.
I think there might be one in the garage. We just have to dig it out.
Is it a one that she's talking about, a firm, strong one?
I think it's a firm, strong one. How firm does it need to be?
That it ain't a loose one because it's got to be in the sun.
What, you remember that old camo one you had?
Yeah, I have that one.
But
that's smaller. It's too small.
You need a bigger one. Oh, you're talking about like an igloo cooler style.
Right.
One of those ones where you press a button and the lid flips down.
That's what she's looking at.
Okay.
That kind. That's kind of strong.
And then you can put an ice pack to keep the food cool.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think we do have one of them.
That's what we need to find.
Oh, they have them everywhere.
Oh, yeah, I know. I saw them have them at the store, but then I don't. I like a big one. They have big ones, but
they might have that at the swap meet. If they do, it'll be super cheap.
Yeah, I know. That's the other thing I'm looking at. That's about it. But anything else I have.
Okay.
Actually, that added to two things.
There we go.
And a hat.
Cool. Mushroom chicken.
I did everything else I got. The shirts. I got the pants I already had. The shoes I already had. Mm-hmm. So I'm about ready for the job the 24th.
Okay, cool.
And that's in a couple weeks.
Okay.
If you don't count weekends, it's 6.
We're counting down the days.
It's 6 days if I don't have the weekends.
Any day now, you're just going to be starting a new job. Very exciting.
Yeah.
Well, Uncle, I've got something exciting happening tomorrow. I've got another interview for a show, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this show. I'm not sure how this show's going to turn out exactly.
How are you going to have the show if you're going working?
Well, I work later in the day. In the morning, I'm going to do this recording.
Oh.
All I need is an hour to record.
With somebody?
Yeah. It's a guest I'm going to have.
Oh.
So I got another guest line. I'm getting lots of guests lined up, actually.
And if you get those, can edit it to our show?
Maybe.
I mean, well,
are you going to be around?
Let's see. Tomorrow I may be around.
Yeah,
I'll be around tomorrow because, I'll be around tomorrow.
It's so hard to plan things.
I can do it tomorrow because I got all my stuff, like I said.
Yeah.
And I did it all today besides the other things I need. But other than that, I can probably do it tomorrow if you have a guest.
Yeah, maybe. So maybe we'll go with like the same sort of thing that I tried to do today where I record for an hour, then I come out, I get you, and then we record for a little more with the person that we're interviewing. So maybe that's what I'll go for tomorrow. We'll see.
Tomorrow is Thursday.
Tomorrow's Thursday, yeah. But it's an interesting person. It's this guy.
I like talking to these guys because that would mean the guys talk and I don't have to talk much.
Yeah, it helps.
That kind of guest. I love those guests.
It's the opposite of what we're doing tonight. It's just us.
Well, it's just us because we know we can't have a guest.
We don't have one right now, but yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna get more guests. I've been doing pretty good at lining up guests. I've got some in the wings. I've had recorded already one today and doing another one tomorrow. It's nearly unprecedented. So things are
for one day. That's a shocking experience. You're starting to get better.
I know.
I mean, done better than Chuck. Yeah, whatever. Chuck's done.
Yeah, well, Chuck has to do this like 5 days a week. I don't know how he does that. I just don't. It's hard to find the time, Uncle?
Well, between your hours, when you're having problems, I see where you're having problems.
Yeah.
On your job, they're saying, oh, can you do this Friday? And you're having, you can't do the podcast.
It's just strange.
It's going like this.
It's the nature of the beast, Uncle. I just have a weird schedule. I just have to live with it.
It's like my Olive Garden job.
Yeah,
I mean, you have the 2 days off during the week, but you have to work the weekends.
I need to look for another job, Uncle. I need to see if I can get one. We'll see. That's one of the things I hope to do this year is find another one. I don't know if it'll necessarily be a better one, but it'd be nice to have another one. We'll see what we can do on that. I'm working on it.
Try and look in the margin lenses and try to see.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, there's a lot out there.
Wait, where now?
Well, I know there's got to be a few out there.
Job opportunities?
Job opportunities, if there's any openings. I mean, you got to find them openings.
Yeah, that's the hard part. You got to know somebody, Uncle.
It's always that way. You know somebody? Oh, yes, I know this fella. Oh, I know this fella. I can pop you right into the job.
Yeah, exactly.
It's that way. It's just that way. I've learned it from the county's jobs that I've had.
Yeah, you have to.
You have a friend. Oh, yes, I can fit right in there. Boom. And there I was looking.
That's what worries me, Uncle. I don't know if I have a situation like that. And
don't have many friends here. That's the problem. You have
alienated.
Yeah. So, that's been that way ever since. I'm Tom.
Yeah, I mean it's the way of things. So we'll see what we can do. Well, I don't want to harp on this. I kind of complained about it on my own show last week, so I don't want to do it again here. We don't need more of that. Let's see here. What else is going on? Anything interesting?
Nothing but pulling the things back and forth. And Butler is trying to do the being in the backyard. Still waiting on these gardeners. They haven't yet come back to do those cuttings in the backyard.
Oh, yes, the backyard needs to be cut.
That needs to be cut down. Weeds are flying like...
There's weeds behind our... It's not actually in our yard. It's behind our yard.
Actually by the fence section.
Where
it's going up. Look at that. That looks disgusting.
Well...
And them guys, of course, they're Spanish. Can't understand Spanish people. Well, my sister can, but
I'm not...
I don't know. They going pop up. What the heck are they talking about?
I'm not too worried about the weeds beyond the fence, personally.
But Nana is.
Yes, we know. There's many... Always something to worry about at home.
Yeah.
I don't tend to worry a whole lot about these things.
I know.
Things tend to get done, and when they don't, it's not that big a deal either. So I'm not going to heartache over a whole lot of nothing. I don't. And life goes on. And the weeds get cut. And I enjoy weeding actually within the yard, doing our own weeding in here.
Yeah, we have.
I don't mind it, Uncle.
I got some weeds. I've been on and off on it. On the side there was some that I've worked on some of, not a lot of it.
That's one of those jobs that kind of like... It's like something that nobody wants to do, but for me, it's something that's like relaxing. I don't mind doing that sort of thing at all. At least not at home. Like
there is a lot to do on the weeding department if you want to weed. I mean, even on those little inky things, you pop them up.
Yeah,
got a little tool, you pop it up.
Yep, get it from the root.
They come up. You have to move the stuff in front. Mm-hmm. The problem is you got all those plants, and I get to move the plants out of the way to get to the root to the weed.
Take some finesse sometimes.
I seen trying to pull those things with the machine with the tool.
Oh, that thing works great. That like the weeding hoe thing.
The stick.
That thing is wonderful.
I know.
All you do is you just shove it back and forth, and it brings the weed right up. That thing is great.
Out there one morning trying to.
I wasn't trying. I was doing.
I'm doing.
Just making it happen out there.
Yes, but we still got to go back to the ones back there where you got all your plants.
Those are the harder ones. The ones that get right at the base of different plants, especially if the plant happens to be a cactus. Yeah. Kind of tough to get the weeds that are growing right out of the base of it.
Well, it's sitting above it.
Yeah.
And you have them still in this little pot, still not moving around. I mean, you still got them on a load of them there.
Yeah, there's weeds out there,
and try to get them.
You never get all the weeds. Never.
You can do it. The way to do weeds is actually a couple ways, but the bad way is can't just spray them. I mean, because you got, but
No.
the way to do the weed properly, it's one day at a time. It's the way you do it. I mean, I've done that.
It's the way we do a lot of
Wider
things.
things. 1 hour. Let's say like 1 hour of a day. Hour of a day, maybe 2 or 3 hours a day. I mean,
Sure.
you just go.
Just a little bit of time every day. That's all it takes.
Just to take it out, just to look a little decent. I've had that done starting. I did that starting at the old house, for example. We were in Orange.
Yeah.
I did a little bit of that work
The weeds.
by
the
the weeds, but it showed.
Yeah.
It actually showed. But
Yeah.
but that's the way you have to work with that.
Got to. Yeah, I mean they're always propagating themselves. They're always
I
multiplying.
never thought we'd have any up here, but when we
You
moved
didn't?
in- well,
Why not?
with the way you set your house up outside, I didn't think
It's set up pretty good so that we don't
In-
get an abundance of weeds. It could be a lot worse if we had like full on sprinklers everywhere, but we don't.
didn't have the water.
Yeah, we
When you
don't.
have the water come up, then you have the weed. Weed collect water. And when you have the weed to collect the water, it goes crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the more water your landscape plants take, the more weeds there are going to be.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's
so,
my point.
So we have low water landscape plants pretty much all around, so that helps for sure. So it's not a bad situation. It's not hard. It's just one of those things, and
I know.
we know what we're doing. We're doing fine with that. We're weeding away, and again, that's one of those things that I really don't mind doing. It's one of those enjoyable things. Oddly enough, I wouldn't want to do it all day every day, but when you just go out there and you do it, it's fun.
I go on my new job. Maybe I'll fit you in there.
Exactly.
I mean, kids,
That's what I'm saying. If it was like an official 8-hour job where you're just doing that all day, it would drive me nuts. But
our job.
yeah, that's pretty much that's why every job drives people nuts, because you're doing the same thing all day, every day, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week.
What do you think I was doing for 19 years?
That's what everybody does.
And 7, 6 years at the other place.
Yeah.
Maybe it was, man.
Everybody's gone crazy.
Yeah.
I don't blame them. There's no other option.
Well, you can't. You can't help yourself.
I know.
I know.
I know what I'm saying.
Do it then.
I agree. You can't help yourself. So what else, Uncle? Or any other interesting things that you've had going on, or stuff? I'm trying to think. I feel like there was a movie that we saw, or wasn't there something that we watched? Or
Wait a minute.
there's something that you wanted to talk about when it came to that. I want to say I can't think.
Three
of
Stooges.
The Three Stooges. Is that it?
Yeah.
What are
We've
they
been
up to?
watching the Three Stooges lately. And all of a sudden, of course, I was enjoying the Three Stooges. Back in my time, I never knew Melissa, your wife, liked them so much.
Well, everybody likes them.
I mean, this was amazing to me.
Everybody likes
I mean,
it.
they come recording them. They're on MTV at 6 o'clock on Saturday, if you know.
Okay.
6 o'clock in the afternoon
Yeah.
on Saturday, evening, you can listen to them live. I mean, in the show. But because she adds them, she
It records them
records
onto
them
the
a lot.
DVR or whatever it
DVR
is
and
at this
stuff.
point.
But yeah, at this point. But
Okay.
but there was this one trying to get the guy in. They have a special guest. He was pulling out. Hey, this was a guy in the plumbing. Are you in the plumbing business? Oh man, and all the water going all over the place.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the guy, what's going on? The lights going on. And have a good laugh going on.
Yeah.
I mean, that was funny.
This brings up an interesting point that my wife made about the Three Stooges that I would have never thought of. She says that they remind her of like your family, and they look like you would be related to them.
Well, there is one out of the three that
Yeah.
reminds me of me.
Yeah.
And that wasn't Cooley,
Mo?
wasn't Mo, was the
You
other
don't
one.
think so? Larry?
No, wait, Mo. No,
Shrimp?
not Shrimp.
No.
The ballhead one.
Curly.
Yeah, that was Curly. Was it Curly?
Well, Mo and Curly were brothers, right?
Yeah. Curly.
And
But
Larry-
who was the one with the hair he kept pulling out?
That's Larry with the long hair.
No.
He's bald.
Well, that was Mo.
So the three main ones are Larry, Curly, and Mo.
Curly.
And then later you get Shemp coming in.
Now the shrimp, he had hair. Now that pass the shrimp.
There was Curly Joe eventually at the end of the run. They brought Shemp was gone.
No,
and then
shrimp
they brought
came in when he passed.
Yeah, when Curly died.
Curly, it was Curly.
They brought in
Curly.
Shemp. Okay,
it
it's
was
Curly. Okay,
it was Curly because the face familiar, same face as me.
Well,
That's the one.
They were all related. Again, Mo, Curly brothers, and then Larry, I believe, was a cousin.
Yeah, he was a cousin.
They were all Ashkenazi Jews.
They were Ashkenazi Jews?
Yes, which your father was an Ashkenazi Jew. 100% your father was.
That's why he hasn't gone to church. Now realizing the situation of that.
He was Jewish? That's
he
why?
was Jewish.
Sure.
And he never gone to church.
Yeah,
but my mother,
she was Catholic.
She was Catholic.
And because Judaism is matrilineal, you ended up being Catholic. You couldn't be Jewish because your mother wasn't Jewish. However, your father was 100% Ashkenazi Jew.
So what it was, I didn't realize this.
Yeah.
Your wife then at the point.
Yeah.
Understood it. I was trying to understand it.
Yeah.
And sister at the point didn't understand it at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And here we were towing the church thing.
Sure. Yeah, you know what you're doing. Things are happening. And your father never went?
Never went.
Got it.
Only went maybe Christmas.
That's it. Okay.
Right. One time. Christmas.
Yeah, okay.
Because that was a long
and
time
then
ago.
My wife was saying about the Three Stooges, in all these episodes, they're always doing these odd jobs. You're saying there are plumbers in this one. They're handymen.
Yeah,
they're always like doing these jobs. They're always doing it ineptly, but it's always something different. And she said that your father was very much like that. He did all these like weird. It was always a different job. He's always like hustling around trying to do something. So she said they remind him of him.
Yeah. He was like, I don't know if it was like his cousin.
Yeah.
He might have been like his cousin. I don't think like Mo. He wasn't like Mo.
He was like
like the cousin.
Okay.
My father.
Okay.
Acted like my father was like my cousin.
He could have been a stooge, but he was by himself.
Right. But he was the cousin. Yeah. Because he had little hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. He fit him.
Yeah.
In his description, it fit him. Yeah. But I was the one in the brother of.
I see a resemblance between you and Mo Howard. I see a resemblance.
Mo.
I see.
Not the one that pulls the hair and pulls the eyeballs and hit the eye.
Yeah, the leader.
You think it? Well, I'm thinking
he looks a little like you. I don't know.
I think it was the other one.
Curly.
Okay.
Well,
Curlier than me. The face. Familiar. Same as that.
Yeah.
You might say Mo to me.
Yeah.
But if I was Mo, let me believe me, I would be pulling the earballs. I would be taking the hair out. I would be doing this kind of. Look at that. Oh, that's two. I could do it to you. Show you how you for example, this stuff. How he does it.
I thought that was interesting how my wife pointed that out, how, that they were the same sort of, they're the Ashkenazi Jew thing, and that's your heritage and the similarities and even the thing with the odd jobs and your father. I was like, oh, man, that's kind of funny. Like, I would have never thought of that, but it's just kind of interesting,
I mean, he would probably agree. If he was still alive now,
he'd agree with he'd be able to relate to those.
He would agree. He would agree to the things that your wife is talking about. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
I didn't realize it at the time, but now I can see it.
Yeah. It's just a weird little thing. So, but we're getting toward the end of the show. There we go.
He does that. That's my kind
Curly.
of Curly.
Yeah, it's classic. Everybody loves it. Everybody loves that. I can't think of anybody who doesn't. Well, some people don't like it, but most people do.
Well, if they do.
But, Uncle, end of the show. Do you have any shout-outs you want to do before the end here?
Well, I'd ask to shout out to these, the fork knife, the sharp knife.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pure Blades.
Pure Blades, back to you guys.
Back to you.
When
back to
you guys, whoever gets on the show.
Yeah.
Well, still got to work on you guys. And
Work on it.
And the meat men.
Meat Man.
The meat man who has been friendly to me when I had a birthday.
Thank you, Meat Man.
Meat man. And
Hey there, Meat Man.
yeah, it was pretty good food, I gotta say. I miss that food.
Yeah, good meat.
But then, and the other ones we had for a while are not with us no more.
Yeah.
Not doing the job.
The party people.
Party people.
Okay, party people. Shout out to you.
Shout out to you.
Might be listening.
Yeah.
Hello, party people.
Yeah.
And then, let's hear. I'll shout out to Joseph L. Flatley again. And I'll suggest that listeners listen to his podcast series, The So-Called Prophet from Pittsburgh. Very good documentary series about a strange cult. Very well produced, engaging, great show, informative, educational. Really good. So check that out. The So-Called Prophet from Pittsburgh.
It's very interesting. You get in and start interested, and you start talking around. You might go back this way and study church.
Indeed.
Because it is backed into that.
It might just do that to you.
Right into that. I mean, you start listening.
It will scare you straight.
Yeah. Well.
So there we have it, Uncle. We're at the end of another show. I'm not quite sure if we'll be live next week, but, check Ocelli.com at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday night. There will at least be a new episode premiering there, as always. Hopefully we'll be live, and if so, you can call in and talk to us.
Right. If it's live, talk to us. But if it's not, this is what you hear.
There you have it. Okay.
So, bye-bye.